Dear viewers, welcome back to The Big Point, a segment on Yoleno TV, and my name is Francis Odhiambo. We have strong reasons to believe that the Kalenjin community might decide not to vote for William Samoei Ruto overwhelmingly as projected by some pundits. Since independence, the country has been governed by Jomo Kenyatta from the Mount Kenya community, Moi from the Kalenjin community, Mwai Kibaki from the Mount Kenya community, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta from the Mount Kenya community. From my listing, 3 presidents have come from the same region. That means that region, which is the Mount Kenya region, have also enjoyed the benefit, they have also had the benefit of being in power. For how long? For 10 years, plus 10 years, plus 10 years, for 30 years. But not consecutively. For 10 years consecutively, then a break of 24 years during Kalenjin's reign, then 10 years and 10 years. So Mount Kenya have been in power for 30 years. The Kalenjin community have been in power for more than 24 years, 24 to 25 years. So during the time when Moi was in power, the Kalenjin community benefited the most. Because in Kenya, literally, when you are in power, then the community that you come from will basically become the first community to enjoy the fruits of your leadership, the fruits of your reign. So by default, when Moi became the president, the Kalenjin community benefited the most. You remember the appointments, parastatal appointments, the ambassadorial jobs and the ministerial jobs and all those. The Kalenjin community benefited the most. Moi left power in 2002 after unsuccessfully fronting Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So the Kikuyu community had been out of power for that long. They were in opposition, same to Luo community and any other community. But the Kalenjin community now exited the power, the era of their reign. Now the Kikuyu community came back into power. And you remember it was the narrative that is, it's our time to eat. That narrative has always been in Kenya, our time to eat. So Kikuyu community came into power for 5 years, and that's Mwai Kibaki for 5 years. Then the second 5 years was actually, the government was actually shared between RAILA AMOLLO ODINGA and Mwai Kibaki. Mwai Kibaki being the president, RAILA AMOLLO ODINGA becoming the prime minister. And that is a time that William Samoei Ruto came into the limelight, because he almost became the deputy president, the deputy prime minister, but then if he was given the agriculture slot. So that is the time the Kalenjin community again started to benefit from Ruto's position. Now, they were in power for now the 5 years, but partly in power. Now, after Mwai Kibaki completed his term, you remember Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta teamed up with William Samoei Ruto, and then they formed their own government. Now, Kalenjins came back into power, and by the time that Ruto has been in power, the Kalenjin community has benefited. But there is a realization that is actually dawning on the Kalenjin community that Ruto might lose. Now, the professionals in that area are asking themselves, what if Ruto loses? What happens? We will be out in the cold for the longest time. Because if at all Raila becomes the president, there will be succession politics thereafter, and most likely it's not going to be in favor of William Samoei Ruto. Now, if they go the opposition way this time round, then they'll find themselves in the cold for the longer period. Dear ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, if you are a returning viewer, please just take a moment and give us thumbs up. That is the biggest help that you can give this channel, because YouTube uses that to put more experiences to share our video widely. Now, the strongest reason that we have to back our point that William Samoei Ruto will not get votes from the Kalenjin community and that Raila will benefit the most is that the Kalenjin community might decide that they do not want to be in opposition any longer. They want to continue enjoying power because they know the benefit of power. Dear ladies and gentlemen, that sole reason might deny Ruto the votes from the Kalenjin community. And should that happen, Ruto will definitely become an opposition leader. Period. No doubt about that. Because, look at this. 1 plus 1 makes 2. But 1 minus 1 makes a 0. What does that mean? If you expect a Kalenjin and then you lose Kalenjin, what do you have? You have nothing. That is what Ruto is likely. So Ruto's previous attacks on the president, especially when he toured Meru County, when he went to Menyeri and all those regions within Mount Kenya, are actually giving the professionals in the Kalenjin community a reason to think twice. Because they are imagining that if Ruto is fighting the deep state and is in power, then what does that mean? The deep state will not support Ruto. And especially the previous utterances that they are going to, to actually audit the government, that cannot resonate well with the deep state. So that's why we are thinking that the Kalenjin community might decide overwhelmingly that to make a button that we do not want to be in the opposition. So for that reason, we would like to support Raila Amollo Odinga. Now, if they give Raila Amollo Odinga even 50% or 40% of their votes, then Raila automatically becomes the president. Because mind you, Ruto needs 100% of Kalenjins and 70 to 80% of the votes from Mount Kenya to be able to have a better chance at the presidency. But should Raila get 40% only Kalenjin and 40% only in the Mount Kenya, then Raila becomes automatically the president of the Republic of Kenya. Now, dear viewers, do you believe that the Kalenjin community will deny William Samoei Ruto the votes? If you do, please share with us below there at the comment section, because I strongly believe that that scenario is likely to happen, going by the history of Kenya and going by the tag that ni wakati wetu kukula. That is what most citizens in Kenya believe in. It is our time to eat. If you're rotting in power, you will not eat. And going by the economical challenges, nobody would like to be in opposition for long. So the Kalenjin community might make another decision, might make an about turn and vote for Raila Amollo Odinga. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me just remind you, if perhaps you've forgotten to subscribe, please do so if you're a first-time viewer. And for those returning viewers, I'm so glad, so happy that you've always been supporting our channel by viewing our videos, by giving us a like, thumbs up, by sometimes commenting. I know you're too busy, but do take your time and give us a like. And until later, please just have a blessed time. Bye-bye.